Whatever.
Alright, go. Alright, here we go.
Here we go.
Introduce yourself.
I don't want to. What? That's part of this too? Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, let's just start playing the game. No, hi, I'm YP. You might know me as Yoshi Pro 101, person who lost race forever ago. You know, big deal, okay? The category I'm playing today is All Mind / no LSD. Basically, there's a trick in this game called LSD that we use in other categories to skip the last few levels, but this category will play those last few levels. And here I have Flare Bear with me, my boy.
Hi. Dude, you didn't even bother asking if I was ready before he started. Quite the shame.
Well, if you're not ready, you know what? We can work with it, okay? But yeah, so I'll be starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, question mark, go. Yeah. So right off the bat here, there's gonna be some hot tech. So our boy Coach Oleander is gonna come out and tell us to calm down. That's not soft block. No soft block, pretty good. So right off the bat, normally there's a huge tutorial that teaches you like how to use the camera. But if you click in both the left stick and the right stick, the game is forced, like, it was left in from like testing, I guess. It force pauses the game and you can go back to the main menu.
It's an alternate method of pausing the game in addition to the normal pause buttons, and in that cutscene, to prevent you from exiting out of it, it normally disables those. But for whatever reason, the alternate method of pausing, they forgot to block out in the same way. So you can just use that to exit.
Okay. I don't remember Arrowhead Route. This is... This will be interesting. Okay, so I did a trick there called Tree Palm. You can palm off that tree. I guess I should explain what palming is. So when you ground pound, if you jump right after and you're on a slope, you maintain all the speed from that slope. And you can bunny hop like crazy when you do that. It'll be used a bunch, especially early on, until we get a certain power later. And here's ladder canceling. If you go on and off the ladder with B and A, you can jump up the ladder very slightly faster. And we're coming up to the coolest trick in the game, blimps.
Watch out! Fire down!
I'm one for good blimps because I'm really good at this game. World record holder, by the way. Hey, I got it. So normally I have to wait for those blimps on the cycle, but you can just kind of palm in that one corner. Skip all of that. You can clap for that, Flare Bear.
Okay, good to know.
You're not going to? What? You're really doing me dirty right now.
Down, sideways, whatever.
That's more like it. Yeah. So you see these collectibles I'm getting every now and then? Those are called figments. They were pretty integral later. I'll bring it up when it's more important though, because it's not really relevant till like the end of the game. But I will be collecting them. I need to be rank 20 by a certain spot.
The important thing is that it's something that you have to watch your counter on the entire run, just to make sure that you're not ahead or behind. Because there are certain points where you need to be a high enough rank to get required abilities for the run.
Yeah, so this is a punching game. These kids really like punching, so we're gonna please them and punch a bunch of soldiers, I guess. It's supposed to introduce you to the combat in this game, which is by far the best part. You know, if you played Psychonauts as a kid, you remember it for its engaging combat.
Yeah.
So this last section is RNG, and I didn't get any babies, but babies can randomly spawn, and if you see a baby spawn, you gotta punch it. It saves like half a second every time one spawns. But ideally, you'd get no babies like I did there. So luckily, no babies were harmed this time. And that was Turret Palm. It's a palm that skips the turret. Very crazy, I know. Also, I should mention I capped my frame rate, so if you play this game without VSync, which you want to do for the run for a glitch that will come up later, the flagpoles get all messed up. And a bunch of the game, just in general, the physics are just kind of whack. And here's a little, I guess it's the second to last major palm in the level. There's this huge, like, acrobatic section where it teaches you, like, how to go on the tight ropes and whatnot, but you can just palm off that and land on the rail down here. And look at that. We're big chillin'. And we're gonna see best character in the game coming up right here. Our second best, actually. We're gonna punch him. I was considering jumping over him for a second, but I was like, nah. You gotta do it for the fans, you know? The crowd pleaser. So this is the final part of the first level. This level's called Basic Branding, I don't know if I ever mentioned. And I guess something to note also, you know the category name is All Minds? Basically every level in this game takes place in someone's head, so that's why the category name is that.
Oh, guess I'm early.
I do want to ask though, because it's listed as All Minds / no LSD. All Minds and no LSD are both leaderboard categories. Which one are you actually doing?
I'm doing no LSD. I don't remember why I put both of them, to be honest, but there's probably a good reason. No LSD is basically just slightly longer All Minds. Because All Minds you skip, like, one part of the game at the very end. And you just skip this part too. Normally you do an LSD here in like any percent and All Minds, but since you can't, you collect a few things. Also, those side challenge markers, I got one at the very start of the run but didn't mention it. It gives you a full rank, so they're pretty important. Actually, I need to grab these arrowheads, I'm pretty sure. And no LSD here. Or I guess it's not really an LSD, huh? That's just a save load normally. But yeah, arrowheads, I'm gonna need 50 by a certain point. Because I need to buy something from the shop. Because there's 2 parts in the game where you can't skip cobwebs. At least in this category. If you do LSD, there's only one place you can't skip it. Also, sorry, I'm trying to remember where all the arrowheads are. Because it's been a hot second since I've done this. There we go.
Yeah, so the only use for these collectibles that he's getting is because it's the type of currency that he needs for one required item in the run. Which gets rid of an obstacle that exists in some parts of the game that are little cobwebs. And in any percent, you don't need any of them because you can LSD to basically like teleport and skip to sections that they're required for.
So what are we gonna?
Yeah. So here's Sasha. He's really cool. And here's the brain tumbler. Basically, we're going inside our own head. Crazy, I know. What a game. Wow. And we're gonna go here and realize that isn't it Linda? Do you know? You played the game before. I haven't.
What,
so.
the big monster that you see?
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's Linda. I think it's just because it's like a shadowy figure in your mind.
Okay. So it's just generic big monster.
I don't think it has a solid identity.
So we're gonna see generic big monster here, and we're gonna be like, oh no, we can't defeat him. We're too weak. So then Sasha's gonna be like, yo, go talk to Ford and learn how to shoot. And Ford is gonna be the guy you're gonna see here. Have we seen him yet? No, right?
No.
No. Okay, yeah. He's gonna be like, yeah, take this to Sasha. And now we're gonna learn how to shoot. We're getting to our next actual stage. The early part of the game also has a bunch of just overworld movement stuff like this. It's like the last main section of overworld, I suppose. And yeah, now we know how to shoot. I'm gonna be flipping every time I shoot with my Psy Blast. I messed up. Because normally there's like a little animation that plays when you use it. But if you're in the middle of a flip, you can shoot again faster. So there's gonna be a bunch of palms here as well. The gravity is kind of interesting, as you can tell. Because it's a cube. Yeah.
Yeah, because it'll swap the orientation of the cube whenever you go from standing on one edge to another, and basically as it makes that transition over like to the other side, it'll still be kind of slanted, so it's as if you were interacting with the slope, even though this whole thing is flat ground, because you jump off of it at the moment that it's turning over.
Yeah, and we just basically have to shoot a bunch of targets in a bunch of different areas for our training. And after this, we're gonna see the first boss. This is the first boss in the game, isn't it? He's a big sensor. So the primary enemy in this game that's very common and prevalent or throughout like every level is a sensor. And this guy's just really big. He's also a pushover though. It's important not to get stamped, because if you do, there's a long cutscene that plays, and that's not good. So now that we know how to shoot, we're gonna go back into Brain Tumbler and bully that big monster. Also, I go out of my way a little bit for figments in this level because every level has different valued figments. So not every figment is equal. So this level is important to get a fair bit.
Hey, where'd it go? Don't tell me I imagined that whole thing.
I guess we can explain why we're getting figments and ranks now, right? So towards the end of the game, you need certain abilities, and every 10 abilities, at least for the first 30, you unlock a new ability. And we only need up to telekinesis, I think is the last one, right? It's pyro then tele, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I messed up.
You don't need any abilities other than the any percent ones for this category, right?
Yeah, no. You don't need invisibility. The only place where like you would use it would be Gloria's, but we skipped that with a glitch that you will see later.
Yeah, so the ability like the Side Blast, the projectile that he has right now, a lot of them are just given to you by default throughout the story, but there are 2 required ones that we like need figments for, and one is at rank 10 and one's at rank 20. Which is why he has to pay attention to his figment count.
Yeah, I want to be ranked 20 by a certain part, but in this category I technically don't have to be until Gloria's Mind.
Which is very late on.
Yeah. I'm not rusty, I swear. We're good. That's just a bunch of palms to skip. Normally you have to like ride a boat to get over to Mia, which is kind of cool, but also really slow, so. And now we have the ball, and this is probably the most game-breaking thing in the game. And you're gonna see why in a hot second. You can basically fly as long as you can mash between 2 buttons. It has something to do with like the animation and whatnot. Because every time you do like the balloon animation, like puts you up very slightly, so you just cancel it fast enough.
Yeah, in general, the movement of this run changes completely whenever you unlock levitation, which is the ball ability that he's using right now.
Yeah, because I want to be moving on the ball like at all times. As you might have noticed. You just put it under you. It's basically like Glover. And if you know me, you know Glover, so it's okay. And this is probably my favorite part of the run. Right here.
Get set, go, baby, go!
So normally you're supposed to just ride your ball the whole way, but actually your speed's capped on the ball, so it turns out it's faster to just get off the ball there and start bunny hopping. I'm probably gonna go for the good stuff, despite the fact I really should not. I already messed up, right? Yeah, I did. It's okay. Out of all places to mess up, that's probably not the worst.
There are no good places to mess up in race.
Yeah, I'm just trying to, save face.
Every mistaken race loses a minimum of 10 seconds.
Yeah, so don't worry, it's still a run. It's still the run. Okay. This could be really bad. Okay. I think I got this part fine still. Yeah. So bunny hopping is fast. And that's race. And we're at the end of Mia's Mind now. We have to do this one last fan room. And what's after this? Like Brain Tank, right?
Yeah, Brain Tank and Scavenger Hunt.
Yeah, the best parts of the game. Actually, I don't. Okay, I'll be fine, but I don't remember exactly how to do no LSD Scav Hunt because it is slightly different. But don't worry about it. That'd be good.
How come? Do you get arrowheads in between?
No, but you have already one of the side cores that I normally would get like an 90%. You know how you go on the roof? We already went on the roof.
Oh yeah, you already have that side core.
Also, we get something or a different kind of Scav Hunt item. Oh yeah, we haven't explained Scav Hunt. I guess we can do that now.
I mean, it's basic collectible farming.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of hidden items. He's already grabbed a few, but it's a bunch of little different items that are hidden around the camp, and Ford will reward you with ranks for collecting them.
Yeah.
And because they give you so much rank, there's a dedicated segment to the run where we just farm those collectibles so that we can make it to rank 20 in time without any pauses.
Yeah. We don't really ever need to go out of our way for him too, which is nice. There's one like small section,
So smart.
which is like what 45 a minute. It's like a minute, and it's just kind of movement I would need to do anyways to get from here to Lake.
Man, I am so smart.
Man, I am so smart. Yeah, that's the best piece of dialogue in the game, by the way. Watch it. So yeah, Brain Tank, there's not a whole lot to note in this first phase. You just hit him 7 times every time he falls over. There's some double hits you can do in the last phase, which don't really need much explaining either. He'll like start jumping after you do enough damage, and when he's in the middle of a jump, you can still hit him. But that's only the next section. So this first section is just kind of like waiting and doing nothing. I'll note that I do push him into this corner because it like guarantees you'll be able to get the same kind of like jump pattern at the very end. It makes it easier to get double hits. So
Target lock.
gotta hide behind something.
Find something.
Also, he's striking confusion grenades, which you're actually going to see later on in this category.
Grenade.
Oh my god, I'm stuck.
Who am I?
Okay, we don't talk about that. It's okay. Missing a cycle is like 20 seconds. But it's irrelevant, honestly. Did not happen. Okay. Now here's where the double hits come in. So hit him 4 times, take hit or damage again, get 1 double hit, take damage again, and last 2 hits. That's Brain Tank. Easiest boss in the game. Now this is the part where we do scav hunt stuff. Main lodge. But first, before I even start doing scav hunt, I'm going to go into the shop here and buy the item I need. So I'm not getting the cobweb duster quite yet. I'm getting an item that will basically make it super free. Because the cobweb duster is really expensive.
Whoa, that's my last.
It's 800.
You take that.
So I'll take this dowsing rod.
Kid with the gloves.
And we're going to be entering the most riveting part of the game right after scav hunt. Which is like a 5-minute auto-scroller. So you'll see. I messed up, actually. I was supposed to get an item in the shop. Because you don't get this golden coin normally, but I'll just get the golden coin. Don't worry. This is fine. Minor detour. This is optimal movement, by the way. World record holder, by the way. Nice to meet you. Okay. Just ignore all of that happening. It's been a pretty good run so far, right? Right? I'd say so. There's a scav hunt item inside that hive. And I am not mistaken, this will be the last one I need, right? Because get some other one. Yeah. Now we're going to turn in scav hunt by going over here to Ford again. What rank am I? I'm good on figments. I might need to do the Milkman flyer, but I mean that's typical nowadays. Okay. And now this is Linda. By far the best part of the game. Everyone loves Linda. So this
All my homies hate Linda.
All my homie, what the? Couldn't be me. Go up there. So basically Linda is a multi-phase boss with a 5-minute or 4-minute auto-scroller interspersed, and the first 2 phases of the fight are all RNG. So, yeah. That being said, we got the dowsing rod, and I need to remember to use it, because if I miss this, this is actually, like, really, really bad. So, I'll try and make sure, you know, I go and grab stuff.
It's not just that it's random either, it's that the way the RNG works out is that you either get enough boxes to beat her in one phase or you don't. And if you don't, then you just lose 20 seconds.
Yeah, you can only lose time in like giant fucking chunks. It's disgusting. That's why everyone loves Psychonauts. Oh man. Everyone's a Flare Bear stan, and honestly, same. I bet Linda stands Flare Bear.
She does. She always gives me
the good
box
suck.
placements.
Gosh dang. Okay. Yeah, there's not a whole lot to note aside from I did get the arrowheads. Okay, I got the first. The next arrowheads I need are at the very end, and I should be able to remember that. I hope. We'll see. But yeah, basically, this dowsing rod, I don't know why I pulled it out there. There's just randomly a bunch of arrowheads hidden underground that you can only get with the dowsing rod, and normally it's just like 100 per little patch, but for some reason in this level, there's just like areas with 450 arrowheads, and this is the only spot in the game that's like that, so it's just like, okay. That makes sense. I'm getting extra arrowheads right now, because, you know.
Yeah, he had to waste a bunch of time grabbing arrowheads out of the ground that are like a few each, so that he could buy the dowsing rod. But once you have the dowsing rod, you can just go to the spot in Linda where there's like one spot where you can dig up 600. And like, it's so major compared to every other spot in the game that you pretty much have to grab them. And if you forget, your run's literally over because you can't replay this auto-scroller.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate. Okay. I got good luck on both phases somehow, so there you go. The song's kind of bopping though, let's be honest. Do 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 do. Also, there's some hilarious dialogue you can get if I can find a salmon. Or wait, is it the clam that says it? No, it's the fish.
Poor gross little sucker
Wait.
fish. He can't breathe.
There's a lobster that has the teriyaki salmon jerky quote, right? Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Oh my god. We need to find a lobster right now. This is the very end of the auto-scroller, luckily, so you know.
Don't forget the arrowheads.
I will not. Thank you.
I mean, you might.
I might do it now that you're, like, saying that, because that'd be kind of funny, you know?
You won't, you won't.
Oh no.
Gross little
I
sucker
have not seen a lobster.
He can't breathe.
Oh, there was one.
I should kill it.
Okay, it's like 1, 2, 3? Yeah. So there, now we have a hecaton of arrowheads. So it's like, oh my god. When do I go? Okay, no, I go in Milkman. Yeah, I know what's up. Here's the good phase of Linda. That is not RNG. Okay, I wanna...
Hey, I think I see a piece of teriyaki salmon jerky over there in that clam. Why don't you go eat that instead?
See? Comedy gold.
Can't wait to use
It's a really good line. Okay, now this is Lungfish. Lungfish is way different from every other level. Because you're giant. And you can't go on your ball, so I'm gonna be flipping a bunch again. I don't think I mentioned it earlier, but flipping is the fastest form of movement you have until you get the levitation ball. Also, this part is really loud, so if the audio balance is way off, I apologize, but blame Lungfish, not me. So I'm gonna go for a trick called Jag Skip here, which I might not get. I got. So by reflecting the laser off that enemy, I can hit the turret early and teleport further into the level. Oh no, this is a classic Yoshi Pro mistake, because I always manage to make this mistake. There we go. I'm gonna hit the water there intentionally, purposefully, so I get a speed boost every time I jump now. Because normally the game's like, oh, we need to get that person out of the water, so it speeds up your aerials, movement, and whatnot, but it just kind of stays sped up for the rest of the stage. Here's a death abuse, teleport further. And we're gonna have the classic plane skip. Oh my goodness, I beefed it, bros. I beefed it. So if you skip the cutscene fast enough, planes never spawn. Normally you're supposed to fight a bunch of planes and make a bunch of boats spawn, but that's lame. It's also lame that I missed plane skip. But I can kind of explain what I'm doing now. So the game doesn't want you on top of the levitation ball in this level. So you can open it and like go on it, but the game will immediately be like, I don't think that's gonna work, and get you off it. But there's a very short period of time where you can jump off the ball. And that's what we do. Mystical Chamera. I'm gonna go for the good foot kill, because I'm really good at this game, so. So there's 2 parts to this boss. Normally it's supposed to be 4, but you can keep them on the ground. Here. Normally goes, or stays in the sky, goes on the ground, goes to the sky, goes to the ground. But you can pin him against the wall. Oh. Well, that happened. But it's okay. Normally you can just keep him stuck on the ground there. And it saves like half a minute. But, you know. The way the combos work after you take damage is kind of weird, so. Especially when you're doing it off that wall. I don't know if it's just me not mashing fast enough, but sometimes it feels like the combo's dropped. Because normally you're supposed to get 4 hits in there. It's okay. Aerial attack. Wait, it's not aerial, it's area. Oh my gosh. That makes so much sense. And I want to punch him again after he's dead. Because it skips a minor animation. Sometimes being cruel is fast. What's my figment count at? Did you see? I want to take that as flavor did not see. Let's hope it's enough, because I didn't really go out of my way there. Oh no, that's more than enough. So everyone likes the stage, it's the Milkman. His milk's delicious. You can laugh, you can clap. You can do whatever you want, really.
Is this milk actually delicious?
I don't know. I'm not a big fan of milk. I think I'm lactose intolerant to some degree.
I am. But yeah, now I'm gonna be honest, I don't watch my figment count doing runs.
What the heck?
I the most out of anyone end up in Milkman without enough frank and just cry. I do it more than anyone else.
Yeah. Okay. But for money. But yeah, we just skip all of Milkman basically. So the hitbox for the loading zone slightly extends outside of the sewer, so you can just enter it early. Normally you're supposed to do a bunch of stuff in that first area. And in the second area, normally you have to get on the telephone wire by getting a few items, but you can skip that too by flying. So basically you don't gotta do anything. Okay. The game wants you to have invisibility here as well, but you can skip it because...
Be right there.
Just a minute. Who is it? Better not be that creepy guy again.
Hello?
You can just kind of shoot the little girl and break into her house.
Be right there.
Who is it? So now we're ranked 20. We're gonna go back to Ford. And now we're gonna learn 2 new abilities, pyrokinesis and
You're
telekinesis.
getting warm. Come on now. Ooh, it's getting hot in here.
Minor dialogue skip there.
Dang learner's permit. In.
There's not a whole lot to these sections. You just kind of have to do what Ford wants you to, and that was not what he wanted.
Careful now.
Oh, be careful now.
Oh, be careful now.
Oh, be careful.
It happened again! It just keeps happening. I'm too good at this game.
Go. Okay, last one.
It's okay. Now I hit against the caravan, and now I hit that guy. And now we're gonna go from here back to the main lodge, because we need to get the cobweb duster. Oh no. No, no, no. Why do I have the Discord sounds on? Normally they're not on. Whack.
Oh, that's my last. Excellent choice.
Yeah, this is the cobweb duster. It's kind of useful. I'm gonna need it in the next stage I'm gonna be doing, which is Gloria's Mind. Crazy, I know. Where do you go? You go... Yeah, to Sasha's. And we're gonna re-enter the Milkman stage. Now we're back at the boss, because that's where we left.
No milk for you.
And it's a recent discovery, but it's actually, you can make the boss move faster by doing an instant ground pound and then using telekinesis to grab. And an instant ground pound is just when you're on the ball and you press the jump and ground pound button at the same time. And it skips a bunch of animations and is actually pretty fast. It's wild. Okay. It's Sicko and nuts. True, okay. And now you need invisibility here normally, but Raz has a really big head, so we're set. Okay. The first time we'll need it?
I'll leave you with that.
Okay, there we go. So basically if you shoot, your head like does an animation where it goes through the wall very slightly, and it's enough to talk to Gloria. So we don't need invisibility. And that's like the only spot in the game where you might need it, so we're set.
I think Becky's not telling me the whole story. I should go give her a piece of my mind. I need the... Alright, later.
Okay. So you can soft lock here, and if I soft lock here, that loses like 2-3 minutes. So let's not do that. So this whole stage, you're supposed to like enact a play, whatnot, because Gloria's an actor. There's a bunch about this character actually that's really interesting, but I don't remember enough to say much about it, to be honest. But it's a really cool stage concept. Playing the game like as a speedrun without like flying and whatnot, the stage kind of stinks, but it's a cool concept at least. So we're gonna come here, grab that. Now another gimmick about this is you can come over here and change the set from happy to sad, which we have to do at least once. And that's all evil and whatnot. Yeah, we just grabbed the last play there. There's 3 different plays you can request playing. And you only really need the last one. The game gives you the first one before you can even do anything. And the second one's normally just to get up there, but you can fly up there, so it's okay. Okay. Now we're gonna go back over to Becky and give her the last play. That's gonna spawn the hot air balloon up here. Unless I soft lock, I did not. This takes us to the catwalk. Well, I didn't know you can ground pound off screen like that. Now this is a huge platforming section normally, but you can just kind of fly all the way up here. And now we're at the boss. This boss kind of stinks. It's slightly faster to fly up no matter what. So I'm gonna be trying to fly, but he also shoots.
Looks like it needs a candle.
I didn't grab the candles! That's not the move. Wait. Yeah, the candles are over here. Yeah, you need the candles. That's usually important. Okay. World record holder, by the way. Yeah. You get up here, light the candle, stuns the boss, come down here and attack. Rinse, repeat 3 times.
This is the combat that everyone loves Psychonauts for.
Yeah, look at this. Best part of the game.
No, your technique is bland yet irritating.
Okay. Oh, I'm good. I'm great, actually. Stun the boss again. And the hardest part about this boss is watching this cutscene at the end, because it's just 10 seconds of unskippable him going like, oh, I'm dead. Imagine if every boss in the game had that.
Finally.
Recognition for my acting talents.
Run over there and poke that guy with your
Finally,
knife
recognition
thing.
for my acting talents.
Oh. This is Edgar. This stage has a really cool aesthetic, and probably nothing else.
And well,
I should find
see ya. Keep off the street now.
Normally you're supposed to fight like 4 bosses to unlock the actual boss.
Now I can get Edgar's cards.
Yeah, this mind has like the best visuals and the worst gameplay.
Yeah, it's just a boss rush essentially, and the boss is the exact same every time. But luckily we skip all the bosses basically, so you know, there's that. Yeah, here's the boss. You can stun lock the boss, but I don't remember the timing like at all, so. I got it. So if you just use telekinesis to grab the boss, you can stun lock him. And now, this is the part where you're supposed to return after fighting every boss. But the loading zone for the final boss is just still up here. And it's actually kind of small, so I might miss it. But it's okay. There we go. This is the final boss. Of this level. No, this is the final boss of the game. Psychonauts just ends here. So we hurt the bull, and then we realize, oh, he's actually a good guy. What the heck? I'm gonna chuck all the darts at the wall, because it makes them respawn
Can't get a good grip.
somewhere else, which is pretty useful. I'm gonna take out Confusion Grenade, because I need to use these, actually. Yeah, the game just kind of gives you Confusion Grenade here also. Normally you unlock it while playing the stage. But, you know. We didn't do that, so the game takes pity on us and just gives us some. Oh! What the heck? Did I just chuck it? That's crazy! Oh. Do you see how far I chucked that grenade? Oh, crazy. I didn't know you could actually do that. That's not very useful. Also, I'm gonna go punch the bull here because it makes the level end slightly faster. Now we come back down here, and this is the best mind in the game, by the way. Shout outs to Fred. Very cool guy. Okay. So normally I have to do a bunch of errands for all the villagers here to get them to join your team. But actually, I say normally, but you do end up doing that basically. Okay, I did talk. I did do it right. And then I come over here. There's a lot to the stage that you need to memorize, and I'll be honest, I'm a bit lacking in the memory department. It's okay. So we talk there and save load to go back up here, because that guy wants a note from Fred. So we get the note from Fred. It's just faster to save load than go out of the tiny form, back up the ladder.
Wow, save loading? That's basically LSD.
Yeah, run band. Oh no. Don't expose me, please. This record's all I have. So now we play the board game. And I'm really bad at board games, so I'm doing it wrong. The bridge builder needs to go here. Okay.
Man.
Yeah, like I said, I'm bad at board games, so please forgive me. So that guy builds bridges, which is pretty useful. That guy dies, pretty useful. Okay.
Man.
I messed up! Okay, I gotta save load again. Okay, so that guy in the next house I need to go to wants a gold coin, and the gold coin's here.
Good grip.
And you can just grab it whenever. You're supposed to grab it at the very start of the stage, but I forgot, so. But it's okay, we made it work. And now that guy's happy. Now we need to get a bunch of snails, because someone later is gonna be like, I love snails. Give me snails. And I mean, who doesn't like snails? Look how cute they are. Like, gosh dang. I don't know, like, they just kind of disintegrate when you touch them, but apparently you're not eating them, because you give them to someone else later. Okay. There we go. We want the soldier to die, and we're gonna bring our snail bucket.
Can't get a good
Yeah, escargot. Crazy. Oh my gosh, it's like I'm back at work. Okay. And now we put pyrokinesis back on because we don't actually need confusion grenades ever again. We come behind here and we can, if we're not bad, burn something through the wall.
I'll bet I can arm our troops with that.
And yet again, burn something through. Actually, we're not burning that through the wall. We're just burning that. But, you know, through the wall seems a lot cooler, so. I'm trying to remember. Is there anything else I need to do up to this point? No, right? Because remove him here, and then the big guy appears.
Nah, better not.
Oh no, that's when he puts the drawbridge up. Yeah, okay, so the whole twist here is Napoleon cheats and like puts the drawbridge up. And this king will only join us if we get him snails. Wait, oh wait, you gotta lower the right? Yeah, you do that. Oh my gosh. I remember. Oh my god. Yeah, I was supposed to do the snail part last, but you know, it's setting me up for success later. It's okay. So yeah, you have to do this huge platforming section, but you know, you just come over here. Ah! This is really good. Okay. And that lowers the drawbridge. And now the big boy can invade the castle! I'm dead. I'm so sad. That's actually death abuse because it put me right here. Yep, that's what it was. And levels over, we win. So good at board games, wow. Now the whole point of doing all those stages was so we can trick this guy with our masterful costume.
Good.
Of a painting on her head, a trophy for an arm, and what does it? You get a straight jacket from Fred. Yeah. Makes us look like the main villain of the game. And this is the level normally you skip with LSD in other categories, but you know, I'm not a cheater, so you can play it. I guess I'm doing it normally. And this level's basically just a bunch of kind of cool movement until the very end, where I fly straight up for like 40 seconds and my fingers want to die afterwards. Tell me if you can tell what part that is. When we get there. If we get there. I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to make it up there. The run might have to end premature with how my movement is right now. What the heck am I doing? Okay, yeah. Yeah. I'm not used to doing flies of this length at all right now. So this will be fun. My fingers are starting to get tired. Get up there. There we go. So yeah, welcome to Asylum. Really good level. Luckily, that's like the last part of it, because now we can just fly over to the elevator here. Gotta be very careful because the death plane is like right next to those rails. Normally you need invisibility here too, but you can also just grab the bird and chuck him out of the way. Because normally that bird presses a button that blows you away. Now this is the best character in the game. Like actually. Look at him. He's so happy. God, I wish that were me.
Can you not skip the Pokelope cutscene so we can listen to him talk?
Oh no!
Careful then.
I guess not, I'm sorry. Why am I trying to burn Lily? Oh no. That's muscle memory from any percent. Okay, so this is Brain Tank 2. This boss is kind of a bully, not gonna lie. I'm getting kind of bad luck here as well. So yeah, you just need to burn the middle and break rocks so you can get a clearer shot. This glass case and whatnot. And it all works out. This boss is like really tough if you make any mistakes, but there's a pretty consistent way to do it now, I feel like. Oh my gosh. Not if you do that. It's over. It's over. Oh no, no. Okay, well, that's the mistake I was talking about. Any little mistake. Yeah, so now there's an opening and we're like, oh my gosh, look. And then we sneeze our brain out. Now we chuck our own brain into the brain tank and we combine our brain with like oleander. It's crazy. It's nutty. And now a lot of people who have played this game like as a kid will remember this level as being like hecka hard, but you skip everything in this level basically, so it's baby level now. And that's the last instance of needing Cobweb Duster. You can skip that in any percent like we said, because if you do an LSD in that first room, which you can do with a frame perfect smelling salt pause, which is really fun at the end of a run, by the way. That's why this category is the best category, reminder. Then we fly up and skip the little Ollie section. Normally you're supposed to like help Ollie get his bunny, but you know, why do that?
Dude, the Meat Circus entry looks way more scary and fitting whenever you enter it with LSD and the background's messed up.
True.
It's actually way more fitting.
Okay. I definitely didn't mess up and think I had shield equipped when I did not. Yeah, that's the final time we'll switch out our abilities. This first part is kind of lame, you just kind of count hits. 6, 7, 8, 9, oh no, he does it again, boys, he does it again! Yeah, you just have to wait a set amount of time till he is willing to attack again. Eight? 9? Question mark? Oh my gosh. Now this is the dad section. Normally you're supposed to like verse your evil dad in acrobatics, but you know, I don't really feel like that today, so. If you ground pound on the trampoline, you get stuck in his hitbox and he teleports you way up into the sky. And from here you just kind of drop off and hit the loading zone for the last, or second to last part, which is also like very heavy RNG. Really fun. Oh my god. That was almost good pin's luck, but it was not. Still not bad. And this is the final phase of the fight. Time is coming up, by the way. I believe, at least. Unless I missed 2 cycle. So yeah. If you aim to the right of Dad here, you can get double hits and kill him 1 whole cycle faster. Or is it like 2? I don't know how much faster, but you can kill him faster.
I mean, if you get 1 cycle, then it definitely is.
Oh, true. Okay. So time is coming up in like 5 seconds? 2 seconds? Time is coming up now, I feel like. Yeah, time's now.
49:03.
Not bad, not bad. Honestly, given how like rough that end section was, that's could be worse.
What did you get in game time? Because I heard you splitting.
Oh, 47:42.
Okay, yeah, it's like 3 minutes off record.
Yeah. So, yeah. Fun run. You know, if you have any interest in learning the game, please do. Make sure to tune into the marathon, donate for a good cause. And
Bunnies.
yeah.
No.
I don't know.
No meat.
There's not much more to say on my end. Flarebird, do you have anything you want to say?
No more meat.
Not really. This category is basically just like the
There you go.
the old any percent category, I guess.
Bunny.
Yeah.
From before it got busted wide open with dumb stuff.
And
It's
for
fun.
my dad.
Heck yeah. So yeah, I mean, if you have any interest in learning the game, please do. There's many resources
Mr. Bun.
and whatnot.
Where's he
And
going?
yeah, thanks for having me again.
Separating the brains now,
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for being here.
Fine.
Heck
Let's
yeah.
go inside.
Man, I can't wait.